Welcome to Real Estate Success Partner. We're your hosts, Devin Dubuque,
David Wynn,
and we're here to talk about how to have great success in every market. Hey, today, guys and gals, that market is Southwest Florida, and we've got returning co-host Clint Ritchie. And Clint, brother, again, you always bring along some great people. Who do you got today,
man? I've got a rock star. I got the queen of Southwest real estate, Southwest Florida real estate, the great Brandy Long with the Williamson Group. And man, I've been very, very excited to get her on the podcast because she has a very unique story in regards to how she got into the business.
Can't wait to hear
it. More importantly, how she maintains such a tremendously successful business.
And it certainly is.
Absolutely.
It certainly is. Yeah, legend in the industry. So welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited.
And we're excited to have you here. So, Southwest Florida, where specifically? What is your neck of the woods?
So I'm technically on like the north side of Southwest Florida. The closest city to us that you've probably heard of is Sarasota. I always like to say, like, we're not selling Florida beaches here. We're not selling Miami. We are selling a small town in the middle of Florida with cow pastures and orange trees and the small town lifestyle that I love.
That's pretty cool. And you're right. That's not what most think of. And maybe the oranges, right? But most people don't think of the cow pastures, in Florida, and you've got them there,
Yeah.
There is some beautiful country, in the center of the state that a lot of people don't know exists. And there's a lot of great opportunity there for people that want to buy real estate. But
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit more about you, though. So are you from there originally?
So I've been here since 2000. So I would say, which that was when I'm a youngin'. So I was born in 1990. So that I moved here when I was 10. So I would say now I'm 33. So now I would say most of my life I've been here, obviously, but moved in and around Arcadia. I was born in Bartow, which is like a little northern, just small town. But yeah, I feel like Arcadia is my home. My roots are very deep here. So.
Yeah, this is it. You spent most of your life there. Now, so did you graduate school and just hop right into the industry, or how did that look?
I do not have a story of, of normalcy. I swore, my mom's been doing it for 25 years now, and I've been doing it for 9 years. When I was in high school, mom was picking up some steam and momentum on the real estate business, and I love her. I don't regret anything. She doesn't regret anything, but I didn't really have a mom in high school because it was starting to gain momentum and just like the boundary, all of us are trying to figure out that work-life balance. And that was one thing that she was trying to work on. And I didn't see her a lot. So I swore to my whole family, I will never ever do real estate. Never. You will not. I will die before I do real estate. Like that sounds like hell. Like I don't. And I really went the complete opposite. I'm like, I am going to be a stay-at-home mom. And because I just didn't have that in high school, which I totally understand now. Like so much grace. Like my mom is amazing. But I was like, I'll just be a stay-at-home mom. So I had 2 children with my husband, and I quickly learned that I am not a stay-at-home mom. I could not. I was like, I love my kids so much, but that is stay-at-home moms and teachers. Those are my heroes. Like to deal with children, that was just not the gift that God gifted me. Even though I thought I was going to just love it. My kids went to 3, 4-year-old preschool, and I told my mom, like, hey, I don't mind working on computers. My husband's in law enforcement, so we were a family of 4 living off of $27,000 a year, barely making, paying the bills. Like, we were struggling. And so I said, like, okay, let's just, I'll just work a little bit, do some mail, do some computer work, light computer work. I'm not going to talk to customers because I'm not good with people. It's so crazy how God works. I quickly fell into the pattern. I think she tricked me. And then I got my real estate license a year ago or a year later, and my mom's health started going down. So I felt a little bit of pressure to let's just, take it on. So I was thrown into the fire, and then here I am. I woke up today and this is what's happening.
And you just were great at it. You were a natural.
And I loved it.
Your whole life.
I really do love it. And I love that my mom still works with me. She sits right in this chair next to me and we do it every day together. And
I love that.
that's why I say I'm not the normal story. Like I didn't have to cold call and go door knock to get business. I was handed a business and then say, keep it successful, and then I'm like, sure, I'll do it. And then I had to do it. I'm not an extrovert actually. Like I'm a people person, but I would rather like text you or call you on the phone. Like I'm not really out and about person. But that has
You're
kind
an
of
introverted extrovert.
I am. That's the perfect way to say it. So now it's obviously a little bit has changed and I'm more extroverted, but
Yeah. You
yeah,
scaled up.
I did not want to do this, but I love it now. I love it so much.
Well, you know what we call that, Brandy? That's being pushed into your comfort zone. You didn't know it was your comfort zone, and it was
so
all
true.
along, and you got pushed right in there. But, I heard something else in there, and this is really endearing because you said, when I grew up, my mom wasn't home a lot, and I didn't get a lot of time to spend with her. And, as a result of that, I just wasn't going to get in the industry. But guess what? Now here you are side by side with mom every single day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Getting
And
all
I
that
mean,
time back.
yeah, and that is a huge part of it. I did not, our relationship wasn't always this good. Like right now, she's my best friend. Like I'm now more mature than I was at 23. And so I'm
Go
very
figure.
appreciative. Yeah, I'm very appreciative. And I know that she was doing her best and she was only doing it because she loved us so much. And we struggled when I was a little girl. We were very, very poor too. So when she was seeing the success and trying to give her family, this success and the life that she didn't have, it was just like, okay, I totally forgive you and I forget everything and we're like moving on.
Call that doing what it takes, right? It's doing what it takes to be there for your family. Ones that
and now I have that same balance issue that was, passed down to my generation because now I have two kids, a 12-year-old and an 11-year-old, no, a 13-year-old and an 11-year-old. And they are going on appointments with me so that I don't miss out time with them. Like we have to be very intentional when they come to me in the bedroom and they're like, Mom, I put down my phone and look them straight in the eyes because I don't have so much time with them. But the time that I do have, I have to be very intentional about, spending with them.
Real estate family.
Yeah. See, I might know something.
You might know a little bit about that, Clint.
Yeah. So Brandy, let's talk about this because you and I have had multiple conversations in regards to your story and the business. And we talked about, there was a little bit of resentment, but, from some of the, your peers in the industry that thought you just got handed the business.
I was going to go there. I'm glad you're bringing this up.
And that, you got a silver spoon in your mouth, But one thing that we talked about that you pointed out, and I wanted to bring it up because it just, it goes upon your greatness, is that there's a different set of pressure and there's a different set of, you want to live up to the standards that were set before you, and you don't want to let your mom down, and so that motivates you on a day-to-day basis, and it helps you, post all the videos you post, even when there's times that you don't want to post. So talk about that. Talk about those pressures and the expectation levels that people don't always see that makes Brandy Lawn successful.
I'm glad you brought that up. I was scared that would be brought up just because that is a very emotional pain point for me. The pressure is a pressure that I feel every day. And my two sisters have their real estate license. They are in different areas and but they don't really practice real estate. One is a transaction coordinator, and then one works at a Big Four. She's an accountant. She does crazy things. It's really smart. So not like me. So she's over in Texas. But I was the only one like that could fill in for her.
You were there.
For my mom. And
right there.
I feel that pressure every day. And I have to give myself a ton of grace. And when I fail, I have to breathe and pray through it and know, like, I don't have to be perfect. Human. I just have to be myself, and I can only do what I can do. But yes, that pressure is very heavy. But it's gotten lighter because I've given myself a lot more grace, and I realize that everything I have, no matter what you believe, like what I believe is it all comes from God. Like whatever
Right.
happens, it all comes from God. I'm just a steward of what He's given me.
That's it.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I just have to. That pressure is massive. But it's definitely something that you just learn. Like you learn. And my mom, now that she's like here with me every day, like we do it together and we carry that burden like together. So, but yeah, there is a lot of people, there are a lot of agents that, I mean, they'll say it's kind of quieting down now that I've been doing it for 9 years. And I think people can tell, like, okay, she is a hard worker. Like
Yeah.
she got the hard work ethic from her parents. So it's, like, yes, she was handed a business, but she is like a hard worker that's working for
Yeah.
it.
Well,
But yeah, that is something. And I honestly, I get it. Like if I'm another agent, I'm grinding. And then here is someone that's 33 years old doing so many deals. Like that's hard not to have any kind of envy or jealousy. I get that. Like, so there's grace for that too.
but let's talk about that because, you can't. Here's the thing. Sure, handed the reins over. Hey, need help. Mom's struggling right now because of some health issues, and she needed you, right? So, there's that, right? But then, at the end of the day, you're also doing what it takes, and you're doing what it takes to build this business, and not just say pass the torch over, but to now take that torch and ignite it with your own flame and take it to another level, because you're out there doing the video, you're out there doing the things that it takes to keep that business ignited. And let's talk about that, because everybody has to start somewhere. And, when you're handed something, it's not so easy because there's standards that have to be upheld, or we will lose those consumers that are working with us.
Totally. Yeah. And my mom is it's such a good point to bring up. Like my mom is very business minded. She is very leadership. Like she is type A. And I am like, cool. Like, let's just flow with it. Like, okay, something bad happened. Like, we'll deal with it. It's no big deal. And she's over there like stressing. Like, it's very different personalities. So to also like, I don't know, like to take her business and then I don't work like her. So now I have to figure out a way for me, like in the beginning, it was a lot of me trying to force myself to be like her because I didn't want to fail. And then when I really started enjoying it was when I started embracing like my personality and, posting more on social media because I have a love-hate relationship with social media, but I love marketing. So I love that side of being creative. So
Don't we all?
and my mom doesn't really like that side of it. She'd rather, pick up the phone and cold call someone. And I'm like, ew, like, no, like, no. So yeah, it's completely different. Me having to learn how to do it myself,
There's something to that, though, and Dave, you touch on this a lot, but, the next generation, they are watching social media. And, we've got old school folks out there that, at the end of the day, the phone is a great place to build business. And trust me, we do a lot of that. That's where we do almost all of our business. But social media is a great way to connect with other people. And by the way, what it also allows is that once somebody hears your name or they can now go and they can get to know who you are and build that trust factor without actually having to just take somebody's word for it. So we say social media is a great way to connect. We don't use it to get leads. We get leads from it occasionally, but we use it because it just puts our name out there and lets people know, hey, we're somebody that you can trust. And they can sit back and watch your post and learn more about you and learn who you are as a real person. And we talked a little bit about that in the green room, right? You want to talk about the trials and the errors and the things that are happening because it shows people that you're real and that you care. And guess what? People want to work with people that are real and that they care, right?
Yeah.
And you definitely do that. Let me tell you something. Stop worrying about what other people think, right? Because let me tell you something this right now, and this is 100% factual. Comparison is the thief of joy.
It's killer.
The only person you need to compare yourself, girly, is you.
Yep.
And if all you're doing is comparing yourself to yourself and you're getting 1% better every single day, you're going to keep that torch ignited and carry it on for years. And it doesn't matter what everybody else thinks because guess what? You're doing it. You're doing it and you're doing it and you're doing it every day.
My husband tells me all the time. We both read the book Atomic Habits. If no one has, if you haven't read it, please go read it. It's a great book. But it talks about that 1% better every day. And we always talk about that with each other. And I would say even today, I'm going to be straight up honest with you. And if you go check my Facebook page, I'm Brandy Long. Like you can go see it right now. Go scroll down. I posted I just had all 4 wisdom teeth removed last Friday, like a week from today. And, my cheeks are still swollen. Everything hurts on me. I just popped a pain pill right before I got on. And it would have been so easy for me to just cancel this because I'm worried about my cheeks, because they're still swollen. I look at myself in the thing, I'm like, I'm a freaking chipmunk.
That's not me.
No one cares. No one cares. It's just me. I'm my biggest critic. So I'm like, no, I did the listing video earlier. I'm like, I'm going to have puffy cheeks for this video.
I am so glad you said that. Our mentor is somebody we really look up to. One of the things that he says, because there's a lot of people out there that are afraid to do video, and I get it, right? Some people, they just, they don't like the way they look or the way they sound, and he puts it to it so gracefully. No, not. That's who you are. That's what you look like. That's what you sound like. And guess what? When you show up to an appointment, right, and you look like you, well, guess what? They know who you are because they already met you online. You know, but the thing that he likes to say, and I think this is just fantastic, is guess what? You don't put a paper bag on your head and go out in public because you don't like the way you look and the way you sound, right?
Yeah.
You go out in public as you. So when people get glammed up and dolled up and they show that fake picture, that AI picture that's not really them, and then you show up for the appointment, they're like, who's this? That's not who I was talking to, right? So you want to be you, and you're right. Freshly wisdom teeth pulled, chubby cheeks, because you're doing what it takes. Because guess what? A lot of people wouldn't have showed up. A lot of people would have said, nope, I'm not going to do that today. You know, check that off my list. But, you're just a special kind of awesome. Said, no, I made a commitment. I'm going to be there. I'm going to hold myself accountable. And by the way, that's why you're doing such a great job transitioning over to managing the business, because you said, I don't have a choice. Yeah. Mom needs me here. This is where I'm going to be. And you're doing what it takes.
Yeah. And I think that's why I love the one part I really love about social media. If I could go back and change anything, it would be that I wish I would have started being a lot more active like I am now on social media years before. Because my favorite customers come from social media. They might be the worst transaction, failed inspection, failed appraisal, failed engineer certificate, everything in the book, but they are still my favorite people to work with because they already trust me. They already know. Some of them sent me coupons to go get my favorite pineapple drink downtown at the coffee shop because they knew I was getting my wisdom teeth pulled. They just know me, like me, and trust me already. And so those are my favorite customers to work with. And people will see, we did something, I kind of did something on my stories this morning. It didn't go on my Facebook page, but just on my stories, it said, when you see the listing video next week, I'm going to be in this blue dress. You comment that I look completely normal and I'm very beautiful because I'm going to need to see that with my puffy cheeks. And so those people, they have an inside look at my life. So when I post the video on the Facebook page or our Williamson group page, they feel like they're kind of on the Insider Club VIP because they're like, you're so beautiful. That's so normal. You look so normal. And so it kind of gives people we're best friends. Even before they contact me, and I get so many leads from social media now. It's insane. I would say probably 40% of my business comes from social media. So.
Well, Brandy, I'd like to add to that also. The people that aren't posting, because there's a lot of realtors out there that's been in the business 15, 20, 25 years that are not on social media. And at the end of the day, the people that are not on social media, there's a time clock that's about to expire on their business. The reality of it is we have mentors, we have coaches. There's a certain point where you post and you post every single day and you get nothing. Yeah. And it could be years. Okay. But guess what? Whenever it pops, it pops. It's the consistency of posting every single day. And what people don't realize is when they're looking at you every single day, they may have never met you, but now they feel like they know you. So when you meet them for the first time, they already know you. You've already attracted the people you're supposed to attract. We're not everybody's cup of tea. So think of it this way.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm glad you brought that up because I was like thinking, like, people make the comment all the time. Now, this is going to make a little bit of, if local agents are watching, please just void out this part. But people tell me, they're like, you're the only agent working in Arcadia. And I'm like, I know that's not true. That's not true. Like, there are plenty other great agents here in Arcadia,
Right.
but I'm the only one like posted like, hey,
Yeah,
typing up
they
another
see you.
offer, another listing appointment, dropping off a listing box, like at a closing, like 91 closings already. Like, no one's doing that. Like, I'm letting my social media friends be a part of my life because this
journey.
is
You're
from
part of your
them.
journey.
So we're all doing it together, and
Yeah.
people want to feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves,
That's
me
right.
included. So, to have this community of people that are constantly engaging, like we're reaching tens of thousands of people every week, like with our content, that seems so crazy to me. But yes, people do say like, you're the only one out here like working. And I'm like, no, I'm not.
They
But
just
I'm not
see
going
it.
to tell you you're wrong. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong.
They see it, and you're following all the protocol that we're taught, which is teach, tell, touch, sell, right?
Yeah.
You're out there, you're teaching them something, you're touching their hearts, right? You're telling them something, right? And then you're selling them something. But, what a lot of people don't realize is that social media is the new billboard, right? When I was a young kid and you drove around town, especially in smaller town America, which that's where I'm from too. I'm a Kansas kid, and you saw the same billboard of the same agent and the same builder, the same life insurance agent, and you knew that's who you did business with. Well, guess what? Social media is the new billboard, and unfortunately, for the most part, billboards are dead, and the agents that don't understand that don't understand that. And if they start to recognize that, they'll start to realize that this is a great platform for people to get to know you. And like you said, know, like, and trust you. And people do business with people they know, like, and trust.
Yeah. And the best part of all, it is free. It is not, it's free. And I get more leads off of my personal Facebook page than I do our company page. Our company page is there for people to verify that we are who we are. We do run a lot of content. We run all of our listing videos and everything on there, through ads and stuff like that. But my personal page is more of like an insider, like day in the life every single day. And I will say if someone has given me a characteristic that I would be like, everyone would say I'm consistent. Like every day I am posting at least 8 stories. I'm posting at least once on my actual page. And that I'm every single day except Sunday. Sundays are my day off, but every day other than Sunday, I am there, whether I'm getting my teeth removed or what, someone's posting on my page.
So calling all agents.
Yeah.
This is what you do.
Yes.
Exactly like that. Don't change a thing. It's going to work. You just have to do it. And you said the word consistently over time. The way we look at all this stuff is you're a farmer planting seeds and you're waiting for the crops to harvest. And the moment you look at the seeds and go, oh, this doesn't work, it's not going to work because you're going to give up too soon.
Yeah.
But if you keep doing it over and over again, it's going to grow.
Yeah. And I will tell agents reach out to me every week asking me like, what are you doing? And I'm like, you're seeing it, girlfriend. Like you're looking at it. Like I'm posting all about my life every day. But I think the biggest thing is it is consistency. You don't have to be on social media. You can do, if video's not your thing, you can write blogs. Right. Blogging is still a thing. You can cold call, you can go door knock, you can mail. We do mailers here. Choose whatever you want. You have to just do it consistently and it will pay off. I think there's a lot more benefit in social media, but you can do it if that's not your calling. If you don't like to be on camera, don't post pictures, post just text, post blogs. That stuff still works. But you have to do it consistently.
Or do like Brandi and her team and just do it all. We call it octopus arms, or octopus tentacles, because you've got a little bit of something doing something everywhere, and when it comes together, you build big things. Sorry, brother, I cut you off.
No, you're good. No, I've been chomping. I know. I've been I gotta ask you this question. So, Brandi, let's talk about this. So, you've been posting on social media for how long?
Okay, so I decided to go hard on specifically Facebook because that's where a lot of my community is right now. So specifically Facebook. just in April of this year. So I've
wow.
only been at it for like, what is it, 6 months.
That's killer.
And have had a huge like inbound.
All right, so let's go.
Yeah.
So let's go back 6 months ago.
Mhm.
All right, and I want to know the mentality of the expert here.
Mhm.
What clicked and said, okay, Brandy, you need to do this, and more importantly, for the people that say I don't have anything positive to say, I don't bring any value to social media, so I'm not going to post.
Smart.
What do you say to those people?
Yeah.
So tell me what your mindset was, and then tell me what would be your response to people that say, man, I don't have anything to say on social media that's worthwhile.
My mindset was I love marketing, and if this real estate thing ever turned a page and just died on me, I think I would turn to marketing because I just love it so much. I like to know where people's attention is and how I can get attention from something else to me. Like that sounds crazy, but I just liked marketing and advertising part of it. So I knew that I was just going to try it because I'm like, okay, no, my mom, obviously, she's 20 years older than me. So she's not going to know how to do social media like I am. So let's just try it. It's free. It's only going to cost me a little bit of time because we're all scrolling on there anyway. So I'm just going to post stories, as many as I can. Some days I do 25 stories in a day. Sometimes I just do 8, like at least 8 I do. And I'm just going to show my life. People were asking me, like friends would ask me, like, what does it look like to be a realtor? And I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, well, I'll show them. Like, I'll just show them. And then other agents would be like, hey, are you hiring? And I'm like, I just got my license. And I'm like, I don't have any time. We're not a big company. We don't have training here. Like, but hire with a different company and then follow me, and then I'll teach you via the stories, because a lot of my stories are geared toward agents and just showing people how to be a real estate agent or what goes into it. And so that's what I was thinking. I'm like, let's see if it will do what I think it will, and it did. So what was your second question? That's how easy my mind just goes.
If you're an agent and you're looking at, well, I have nothing of value to bring to the internet, what would I talk about? Right?
Okay, love this topic. Yes. Okay, love this topic. Okay, so it's the pain medicine. That's what made me forgetful. So just
You're good.
Okay.
Full disclosure.
Yes, I'm not like that normally. So I have a brand new agent in our office. She's just started back just a couple months ago. And we're still working on getting our first closing. And I love this because I've been able to test out things with her. So she had no customers bringing to the table, nothing. I just knew I had an influx of customers. So she was going to get to learn really quick because I was going to be handing off a lot to her. But she started posting on social media because I told her that you got to do it. And then she's like, I don't know what to post. And I'm like, you are going to go and you're going to find a property. Doesn't matter what property, but you are going to run a CMA on it. And you are going to put on your stories that you're running a CMA, and then you're going to put on another story how you're running the CMA. You're going to put on another story, what do you adjust for? You're going to put, you're going to say, and then you're going to go on your Facebook page or Instagram or whatever, and you're going to post a selfie or something that's kind of interesting. It's not just like a regular selfie, but like something in it with the whiteboard or something in it. And you're going to say it was a super busy day at the office because it was a super busy day because you made it busy. It doesn't mean you have customers. I also told her you can go preview vacant houses all around. Then you're going to put on your stories all of the houses you're touring. No one has to know you don't have anyone with you. You're going to be touring all of these houses, and people are going to perspective is reality. So they're going to assume that, dang, she must be really good at what she's doing. Like she's showing houses all day. And that is what's happening. So
people want to go on a journey, Brandy. They want to go on a journey with you. When they feel like you're taking them somewhere. Guess what? And now what's happening is she's modeling the inventory around town and showing people what's available to them right now. So that's really genius, because what are you guys selling? Houses. What is she modeling?
Exactly.
What to expect when you get out there? Hey, if you want to come take a look at this one with me, come check it out today.
Yeah, and what's most important, and that I stress to her, and I try to do it myself on social media, is that you're not just a realtor. Like, you're a mom too. Like you need to post parenting stuff. You need to post, what do you love? Like everyone knows my favorite energy drinks. So when I posted Alani New energy drinks, and I posted that I had bought a couple for a friend that she'd never tried it, and I told her she can't be friends unless you try it. So I dropped off some at her house, and then I had commented, "This is crazy how people watch you." And literally, it's not even on my page; it's on someone else's page, and I'm commenting like, I can't find this flavor. It's been out everywhere. It's all sold out. I can't find it. And then 3 people had brought me that flavor in the next couple of days, like because they were just looking. Like it had popped up on their Facebook page that Brandy Long had commented on, this, and everyone knows those were my favorite energy drinks. I drink like 3 or 4 a week, and they had brought cases to my office. There's a picture on my Facebook. You can go see it. And everyone knows, like there's just stuff that's associated now just by doing this for 6 months, that I'm associated with. I love Christmas. I freaking love Christmas. Don't care about any other holiday. I love Christmas. I will post about Christmas in July. I love Alani New energy drinks, and I drive my car down to when there's 4 miles left. And everyone knows that because I will get images, like messages, or they'll post on their Facebook page saying pulling a Brandy Long today, and they post that they only have 7 miles till empty, and they tag me. So it's like in 6 months I've built a brand where people know, like they've already associated, like if they get down to 7 miles till empty, they're automatically thinking of me. If they go see an energy drink, they like think of me. Like it's so straight. Not everyone. I'm not like prideful enough to say everyone thinks of me when they see an energy drink, but there are people that just because they're friends with me, and I definitely would consider them friends, not customers, but they relate to me. So
you know what it means, Dave? Hold on. You know what this all means? Social media works.
Amen.
Honestly, I would have loved for it not to work, because that social media is definitely, there are so many bad things about social media. It could be terrible. I would have loved to be able to say, nope, didn't work, and delete it all, and and just do what the old style was. And, I don't know, but it did. And I'm so thankful that it did.
Well, it goes back to carrying on that torch, right? You're not just carrying the torch, you're igniting the torch, right?
Yeah.
You're adding elements to the business to put your mark on it and say, hey, this is what I brought to the table, right? And full disclosure, you're a professional marketer. And a lot of people don't realize that. But when we're in real estate or we're loan originating, right, we're professional marketers. That's actually what we do. Now, we have to do all the technical, legal stuff behind it as well. But the way that we earn our money and the way that we find the people that we do business with is through marketing, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's picking up the phone and making the phone calls, or jumping on and doing 25 posts a day, you're a professional marketer. That's what you're doing. So, kudos to you for having the courage to stand up and say, you know what? I'm going to give this thing a try, because you're pretty darn good at it. Yeah. And as you said, 40% of your leads are coming from
and so we've done 91 transactions so far, and it's October 3rd. And so 36 have come from social media. So
she might, you know what she might also be? She might be one of the best real estate trainers on the planet.
Yeah, from afar.
I don't know about that.
Think about this.
You're training people indirectly.
Yeah, because think about this, Brandy. Like, when you first get into the business and you have no business, what are you trying to do? You're like, how do I generate clients? How do I pay my bills? And you provide a direct solution in regards to helping someone going, hey, just do this, just do this, just do this, as opposed to, hey, pick up the phone, right? Especially Dave talks about this all the time. With the Generation Z and the younger generations, they know how to post on social media. They know how to market. They know how to go through Snapchat and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. So, you got to meet them where they're at. And that's how you generate business.
Those are our new home buyers. Those are the new home buyers.
And most people that come into contact with me that come from social media, or they might not even come from social media, but social media has just convinced them that I'm the realtor for them. They don't shop. Like when I go to listing appointments, like I would say 90% of the time, like they're not interviewing agents. They already know that they want to go with me. So that is something, it's building credibility way before you even have that appointment. Like you're already hired. Like a lot of people say that, like I wouldn't go with anyone else. Like,
yeah, because you're the expert in the industry because they've been following you for so long.
You know, I
yeah.
love
And
about
the
Brandy.
crazy thing is, yeah, that I'm not the smartest. I don't use real
Yes,
estate
you
words because I
are.
still,
Don't
no,
know.
I literally, like, I have to talk in like layman's terms. Like I don't
It's okay.
use like,
Guess what?
I
Your
don't know.
customers speak layman terms.
I just speak like with human, like they're like, what's earnest money? I'm like, it's just your down payment. Like it's a deposit. It's not earnest money. What is earnest? Who is earnest? Like I'm not, no, we don't do that. So because everyone's so confused and that's not how normal people talk. Like, so
Exactly. They
I'm
don't
not the
speak
most
real
like,
estate
yeah.
agent. So you
Yeah,
don't
I'm
need
not the
to speak
most
real estate.
educated. I didn't go to,
Doesn't
I
matter.
graduated with my AA barely. Like
Doesn't matter.
I'm not, and it's, so I think people like that too, just cause I'm just so down to earth. Like I mess up. I'm like, dude, that was on me. I'm so sorry. Why did you hire me? Like what? We got to get this worked out together. Like, so it's just, I think people know, like, I mean, and people see on my Facebook, I just posted something this morning on like how a buyer fired me yesterday. I'm very vulnerable. Like I'm not posting just the highs because social media can be so toxic in that way where we only see the successes. So I talked about that, on my Facebook page, like a buyer fired me. Like I do over 100 transactions a year and I still get fired. It happens. I am not the real estate agent for everyone. Like I am a recovering people pleaser. So I cannot be everyone to like everything to everyone. So, and that is still something I learn every day. But yeah, I think that social media is such a good way to get out there. The only thing is, if you do it, you have to do two things. You have to be consistent and you have to be yourself. Like I post what you believe. Post that, I posted that I was working on a science project with my daughter and my science fair experiment. What was your science fair experiment? And then there was 20 comments like that. It's like, there's just stuff about, I don't cook at home. I can't cook. Like, so there's, things that I post, like, what do you do when like, I don't know,
how do you eat,
noodles or
Brandy? How do you
something like
feed the
that.
kids?
Like, I like, it's just, you have to be, you think it's so stupid, and I second guess myself all the time.
It makes you real. It makes you real. That's what it does.
The posts that are the most real and the posts that are the hardest for me to post, like the one this morning about a buyer firing me, like we're like at 150 reactions, 60 comments. Like people are like that. Yeah. Like that happens to me. Oh my goodness, babe. Like the new agent in the office, she's like, I'm so glad because I feel like you almost walk on water. And it's so nice to see you post something that was real, like a loss. And I'm like, okay, I'm posting more losses then because I definitely do not walk on water. And I don't want anyone ever thinking that because I'm a human being too. Like,
well, that's what I was going to say. You humanize it, right? Because at the end of the day, we're humans and people are going to relate to that. And you're so right. You have to post wins and you have to post losses and you have to post the funny things that are happening in your life and take people on a journey so they get to know who you are. And that's exactly what you're doing. And you're doing it. I'm going to tell you this much right now. We're in a coaching program and, we've got a mentor that we follow who's really taught us a lot about social media and how to manage it. And everything that you're doing that you taught yourself since April of this year is everything that you're supposed to be doing. And that's why you're having such great success. And nobody taught you that. You just did that yourself. So you say, hey, I'm not the smartest. Oh, no. You don't get off that easy. You're brilliant. You just don't realize it. So, you need somebody to tell you you're doing great things out there. And, as a result, you're reaping the rewards. The agency is reaping the rewards of that as well. And that's your innovation that brought that to the team. So guess what? Hold yourself high and step out there and say, this is Brandy, and I am out here doing what it takes to be in this industry. And I am proving that I was not given a business, that I'm helping it flourish and thrive. So
I appreciate that.
Brandi, we can't keep you here all day. We'd love to, but we can't. We know you've got people out there to serve and 25 posts that you need to get done. So, hey, what did we not tackle today that we should have?
I think we pretty much tackled everything. I think I just want to stress to agents that, like, you can do it. It's not just it's not thousands of agents that are cold calling. Like, be the agent that is raw and be the agent that is a human on social media. Post your life, post everything that you do, every little bit of work thing. If you're sending an email, you're going to post about it, and let people know that you work. Work works. People work with people who work. And that is the God honest truth about it. If you're going to get down to the nitty gritty, work works. So I do appreciate y'all having me on.
Oh, it's been great having you here, and you've just dropped so much wisdom. And I promise you, there's going to be a lot of people that hear this podcast, and it's going to help them get the courage to step up and do the things that you're doing, because there are some folks out there that are struggling, and they need direction, and they need guidance. And I have a strong suspicion they're going to be coming over to your page and looking to you to get that wisdom, because you're posting it every single day. So, you know, I thanks, Clint, for bringing Brandy on.
I told
here,
you I was
man.
excited about this one. This has been long, and I'm so glad that she didn't let two wisdom teeth take her down.
Yeah, four
wisdom teeth. Oh, wow.
She's a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, I'm glad hey, Brandy, thank you so very much for your time today, and, you know, not tapping out when it had been easy to tap out, because the knowledge in this podcast is one of a kind, and it is much needed, especially with the industry and where the economy is, and, you know, the struggles.
Giving people hope.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
I love it. Well, when the folks out there want to find you, and we know it's probably not that hard, and we know they do, how do they get in front of you? How do they get in front of Brandy?
The easiest way to do that is just to go to my Facebook page. It's just my name, Brandy Long. Please, if you're an agent, if you need guidance or have any questions, my messenger is always open. I always respond. So agents are at the top of my heart. Please go use any of my Facebook posts that you want, copy them status by word for word, do whatever you have to do, and to make you successful. You can do this.
Brandy Long, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in Southwest Florida, and whether you're an agent or somebody looking to buy a home or list a home, let me tell you something. She's going to help you too, because not only is she going to help you buy that house, but because she's got this great channel that everybody's tuning into, it probably helps those listings get sold 100%. Quite a bit faster when people know that your property is on the market. So if you want to find Brandy, you saw her contact information scroll right across the bottom of the screen. But if you didn't catch that, just go down to the description. We'll have it all right there. But it's pretty simple. Brandy Long on the Facebook application, and you'll be able to get.
It's Brandy with an I.
Brandy with an I.
Yes.
Brandy with an I. They saw it though, Clint.
Okay.
It was already.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Just help my girl out here.
I don't think she needs your help.
Yeah,
I think she's got it down.
Maybe she can help me out. That's right.
But Brandy, thank you so much for being here. Clint Ritchie,
yes, sir.
Ritchie Mortgage Team. You work in Florida.
I do.
Amongst a slew of different markets.
Yep.
Yeah. And when the folks out there want to find you, brother.
Best way to do it is to go to www.theritchiemortgageteam.com, or you can Google, Clint Ritchie or the Ritchie Mortgage Team, or I'm even going to throw my cell phone out there because I like to help people at all hours of the day.
Yeah, you're just a special kind of crazy.
Yeah, 972-679-1028. That's 972-679-1028. Call me, leave a voicemail, or more importantly, text me. I'll respond.
Las Vegas may be the city that never sleeps, but real estate is the industry that never sleeps. We're always available. So, when you want to get great service on a mortgage loan, trust me, Mr. Ritchie's been doing this for an awful long time. And just like Brandy, he was born to the business.
I was.
Mom was a realtor. Dad teaches realtors and has been doing it for decades. So,
yep.
And now he's on the lending side trying to serve the community that way. So whether you're looking for a great loan originator or the best realtor in Southwest Florida, hey, call Brandy Long or Clint Ritchie. They're going to take great care of you. And Mr. David Wynn, my brother, anything you want to say to our guests before we let them go?
No, it's been great, Brandy. You taught me some things. You taught all of us a lot of things. Man, get on there on social media, post, and you gave some good advice.
Thank you.
Take other people's posts and post them on your story. Yeah. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
That's it. 100%. Well, great stuff. Well, I think this is it, guys. So we're your real estate success partners. I'm David Abuse.
I'm David Wynn.
If you want to check us out, come over to realestatesuccesspartner.com. Again, that's realestatesuccesspartner.com. But we encourage you to come on over to YouTube and find us at The Dubuque Team. That way you can see the full podcast live and in person and meet Brandy face to face. And you're going to want to do that and see those chick bump cheeks because you won't get to admire them long. She's going to be back to normal here really, really soon. Yeah, come over there and hey, comment, like, subscribe, and we'd love to hear some comments and get back to you, or maybe even have you on the show sometime. But also find us at TikTok, not TikTok, Facebook or Instagram, also at the Dubuque Team. We're a little bit everywhere, and just like Brandy, Facebook is our biggest platform. So Facebook friends we are. But until the next time, we'll see you then.
Bye, guys.